The one that's like a police drama? Not drama, you know what I mean. Ah. A bloodied knife. That's like someone was eating some real fatty tuna around here.
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case.
October
folks. Anyone
24th.
could have thrown away a kitchen
Nice.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before.
I like how I had to get the exact spot of the blood on the knife. It's like the knife is bloody, but he's like, you haven't quite found the right spot yet. There you go. Got a hidden agenda. Want to put your heart in a blender and still surrender to your hate. There's 2 more clues? I didn't think so. There's nothing on the map. Maybe inside of the bar? Whoa! Jets. Doesn't appear so. Whoa, let's go. I'm gonna solve my own case. Sometimes the more information you have, the worse off you are. Notebook, please. Alright, you drive on this one. Where are we going? We're gonna go inform the next of kin first. Excuse me?
You can drive.
So, where you want to go?
Let's go. Do you think they actually let the AI drive, or it's just a masked loading screen? I could see it both ways. I mean, they already got AI driving in the game. I'm not saying that he actually is driving here. I'm just saying, could he? Could he? Oh, 5:21 a.m. Perfect opportunity. Just scope out the place like a freaking creep first. Ooh. Hello, sir. Just having a casual conversation outside at 5:21 a.m. Pretty standard, really.
Yes? Hello?
Sorry, officer, I haven't put on my face yet.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Well, you sat in the interview chair right off the bat.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister?
Valid question.
I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's 1949, you dinosaur.
Okay, Lorna.
Women can move on quickly in this day and age.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. good friends.
Yeah, am I right, buddy?
That
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
and Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
I mean, she could have waited like a day.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Doesn't that seem plausible?
You're lying, Lorna. You pushed him in front of the car.
If you think you can prove that, I suggest you arrest me now.
Okay. So there's... What's the physical evidence? I mean, bloody knife seems pretty good. The wallet belonged to him. I don't know how that's relevant necessarily. The insurance letter provides a motive. Just use doubt instead.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
Shake the tree, huh? I've already had my leaves shaken enough for Lester Sabo, I thank you much.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead.
What?
He was yelling
Someone
at
who
me.
likes drinking
He was yelling at
IPAs?
the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
But he hit the brakes.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Ooh. Eee. But this time, we know that it was a particularly
Don't lie to me. Something was
tough
different this
argument.
You're clutching at straws.
The argument overheard.
You married? The arguments are never any different.
What?
I'm leaving, Lorna, but this doesn't add up. We'll be keeping an eye on you.
Just give me a fucking reason, Lester. How is the insurance? How do we know that the insurance is the source of the argument? Because it had what the fuck written on it? How is the insurance policy proof of the nature of their argument?
I don't think this is going to help us.
We heard the reason that the argument is proof is because we heard the eyewitness say that they were arguing about intimate details, which implies that it was a more personal argument. Oh, she's got the same knives. There's a missing knife. Cole Phelps. That's hearsay? Oh, as opposed to the ironclad proof of the life insurance said what the fuck in red pen. Only a spurned wife would use red pen. I gotta move this garbage can, dude. Just a nice healthy 5 a.m. breakfast in the 1940s. An entire T-bone steak and a whole potato. Hello. She raised his insurance, and he said, what the fuck? How are we supposed to know this? Just from the fact that it said, what the fuck on it. I'm just telling you, I think the evidence for it being an intimate argument is more... Like, that's how you shake the tree, as opposed to... He had a life insurance payout. Does that, what do you mean common sense? Don't debase me. common sense, they say.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
It's just common sense if you see an insurance note that says, what the fuck? You know the wife upped his insurance. It couldn't have conceivably been him. It's not like he could have upped it and she wrote what the fuck because they have financial trouble. It's not that he wrote what the fuck because he thought he was going to get 19,000 and he's only getting 16,000.
Water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. That kind of stuff.
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of
He wouldn't
moral
be
courage
surprised
to
if he
stop
increased
and
his own
accept
insurance.
responsibility.
How do we know that he wrote what the fuck on the insurance note?
I didn't know I was making myself.
It's arbitrary. The fact that she was like, hey, your dick's tiny. That's a way bigger motive for her pushing him out in front of the car or him, like, you know, over drinking and then walking out into the traffic. Whoa, okay, this guy, he's got guilt written all over him.
That's the son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Bazinga,
Doesn't
officer.
look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Oh, wow. The old throw him a heavy suitcase trick.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
I just want to question you to find out if the wife pushed him in front of the car.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
It's nice of him to slow down to let us destroy him.
Lay into his
I should have got
wheelhouse.
the sport model of the Model T.
No wonder he killed someone driving like this.
Well, it's kind of, you can't really hold that against him.
Don't let that asshole get away.
All right, I give up.
That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
Give it up, LAPD! That was a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton.
Put the gun away. What are you doing?
I just panicked, but it
He
wasn't
looks
my
like
fault.
Colonel
What do you mean?
Sanders.
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're
It's
done
1949, dude. The
Yeah,
brakes are made out of
love
tissue
you.
They
paper.
weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
here. The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check.
Thankfully, we
Phelps.
parked
Between
next
the
to one
driver
of
and
the
widow,
4 phones
they
in the
start
whole
dealing with
city.
the facts.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
You have a problem with me? City of like 4 million people. That's the guy. Heard he's an honest cop.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message
It turns out you're
See
dead.
me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Excuse me? He said a woman and a man. Yes, that's correct. He's gonna have push marks on his body.
I Our units also need assistance. 540
No.
West 9th Street and Uncle
That won't
Sam's
be
on
necessary.
540 West 9th Street. Unit can handle code 2. Identify.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday. I don't like that the ambulance looks like an ice cream truck.
A skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
Ha! Good one, Sam Levine. Good one.
That's the guy from the papers. Solve that big case.
Is that Dave Franco?
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week. You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him.
Ooh.
2 puncture wounds to the right side of the
The
thorax.
bloody knife.
Second puncture reached his heart. You're kidding me. Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes. He was stabbed to death? Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet. We found a knife in the alleyway. Where is it now? Was it bagged? By Patrolman Kaplan. Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas change.
Excuse me.
We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
I don't know if we're supposed to use that terminology. Bukowski just does not care. Where did I park? Oh, yeah, of course. Right here. That's how you park a car. Wait, that's not us. There we go. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to, like, figure out how this took place. So they walked outside of the bar. She saw a car coming. Stabbed him twice in the chest with a sashimi knife, which I gotta say, well done. Probably not a whole lot of raw fish being consumed in 1947 Los Angeles, so they're very forward-thinking. And then pushed him out in front of the traffic?
Now look what you've done!
Oh, he got stabbed and then he just happened to stumble out into the road. What a happy accident for you, Mrs. Patterson. Or was it? Not with Cole Phelps on the case. I'll have you know I've got a 42% conviction record. It's Cruising USA. Excuse me, sir.
I survived the war for this?
Did he just pull out a gun? How does this make you feel? How does this make you feel? Now you feel stupid. I was eating those beans.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand jury.
Nice of you to give me up, sweetheart.
Well, I mean...
All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do with it.
You think I'm gonna fry for you?
No, we already established it's gonna be a gassing.
Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo.
You guys still having that conversation, huh?
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Oh, you're lucky there was somebody jogging directly in front of you. That's all I'll say about that.
Last chance to surrender, Sabo.
Shot him in the femoral artery. He'll bleed out unless he stops.
Come on, Flatfoot, let's negotiate.
Put the weapon down now.
Help me!
Get iced. Can we still gas some cold, please?
You look spooked.
It's been a dry week.
I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder.
Hey, it's me,
This
Bill
is
Burr.
how a good
You're almost as
detective
bad as my
operates,
bitch wife, huh? I'm kidding, I love her.
You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
A marriage made in heaven. That was the best case we've done, even though we did make a mistake in the second interrogation. 4 stars, definitely. Like I said, best case we've ever done. Just a slip of the tongue and a step to the right, we catch the midway out west. You know that you're something special and she looks like you're the
Phelps,
best.
Bukowski. B-Cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot
Kaiser.
sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there, see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
1 minute in, or 1 hour into the stream and NL's already killed a suspect. What is it? You know, if they're innocent, everybody's like, shoot him. We watched him murder that lady in cold blood. Whoops. And everyone's like, well, you should have taken him in non-lethally. We saw him shoot the lady he was having intercourse with like 4 hours ago. He's got no sympathy for us. We gotta take him out. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
See, they're talking about the Black Dahlia
Yeah,
murders?
Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
1,000 juries? In this day and age?
Terrible enough being murdered like that without having your dead. Strewn all over the front page.
I don't think I've earned another suit yet.
Where'd you learn how to drive?
I learned how to drive in Europe. Where did you learn how to drive? Oh, sorry. Carry on, then. You've done this country a great service. Ooh, that's a nice little cello part right there.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive.
Where did this guy learn how to drive?
Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
1247.
So don't drain too much of his yellow bile.
Immediate backup.
We need his humors in balance for the interrogation.
Kaiser Fraser from 6 West 2nd Street.
Contact 220? There's a green Dacia?
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Well-weathered leather, hot metal and oil, the scented country air. Sunlight on chrome, the blur of the landscape,
games, folks.
every
Take
nerve
this guy
aware.
out.
Scoobity-boobity-boobity. Let's go. Oh, I definitely murdered a civilian.
Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get bracelets on him, Phelps. I'll call it in.
Car 11K
Out of
to
the car
KGPL.
now.
Suspect in custody required.
Absolutely murdered an
Why did
innocent
you run
pedestrian
from us?
there.
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with two tough guys bearing down on me.
Two big, strong men bearing down. Oh, you please, you didn't have to say that. Flattery will get you everywhere, sir.
What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Right here. Next to my life insurance policy. Cliff Harrison.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Please enter my order for one motor car, as specified below, to be delivered. Kaiser. Whew. Look at Mr. Big Spender here, spending an extra $1 to get a lighter installed.
You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
That's a doubt, my good man. That's a doubt.
You better give us something, Cliff, or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky backy in the glove compartment.
Another candidate for the gas
One
chamber.
reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble.
At least you weren't doing something really illegal like marrying someone of a different race.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
I gotta check my evidence for a second here.
Either you stole the car from Coombs, or you're delivering stolen merchandise for him. Which is it?
Do you have any proof of what you're saying?
I don't. You got me.
Sorry. My mistake.
I think he's telling the truth. He's looking us dead in the eye.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
Gotcha. You just gotta shake the tree.
You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right. Well, you guys might not have anything better to do, but I've got a class I need to get to.
Miss Jenkins gonna be real cheese. She might make me do the 6th grade all over again. He's not really looking us in the eye. I might give him a little lie on this one.
There's no such thing as Coombs Automotive, is there? You're sending us on a wild goose chase.
I suggest you check your facts.
That seems like a bit of a stretch. I think this guy's a...
You're off the hook. For now.
I think this guy is like... He's a Boy Scout, except for the
And the ownership
illicit
papers?
narcotics.
From the same place.
He's got a code
This is a
noose.
forgery. It's top notch. This will need to be traced. We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're
But we were gonna learn long division
You're
today.
gonna be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car.
If everything is legit,
What
Harrison,
are you
you'll be out
talking
soon.
about?
Until then,
You
if
just had a
I were you,
high-speed
I'd keep
chase
my
through
mouth
the
shut.
streets of downtown LA.
bag his possessions as evidence and have him arraigned for Grand Theft Auto.
Right, detective.
Do you know who my father is?
We need to get to Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's story.
You know what? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
Hi, yo. What do you think about that